the Americas.
And I believe the peacock is native to America, right?
Yeah,
What it was, yeah, it was a turkey.
Turkey. Oh, okay.
It said peacock, but really when you go back into the word, it's really a turkey.
Oh, come.
You know, and turkeys are native to the Americas. They're over there now because they brought them back over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know?
And it's just going to show you. And it says once in 3 years. Yeah. It's a year and a half to get there.
Right.
And another year and a half to get back. So 3 years.
Yeah, and to build on what you were saying, brother, that's why they left the almanac, the big head, the Olmec. The big head is for the landmarks.
It's landmarks.
Yeah, it's landmarks.
That way you can know your direction.
Right.
You know?
Right. Same way you got the wicked so-called Statue of Liberty.
Right, it's a landmark.
It's a landmark.
Yeah.
You know, so it's evidence that they came over here. So they already knew, okay? But these Edomites, later on down the line, they was taking our records and and Cristobal Colon knew who was over here, man. That's why he had Hebrew interpreters, man.
Yeah, because for example, because you said a landmark, it was a lot of different things erected throughout the Americas that let you know that these were the tribes. But Esau got rid of a lot of that stuff, man.
You know? The one they tried to uproot it, but they couldn't. The Los Lunas tablet.
Stone.
The stone. They tried to pull it out, but the way it's in there, they can't get it out.
Yep. Right. And what they do now, they discredit it. Like you got idiots on YouTube and on the internet. They actually think that was made like 100 years ago.
Yeah, and that's why they were trying to scratch it out. You know, that was the Lord, man.
And that's part of them hiding their history. They're just like when they teach you in school about the tribes that was over here. They throw that vibration of savage on them, and then they hide the history and teach the kids that. And when the kids grow up, that's what the kids repeat. That the so-called natives, which was the tribe of Israel, was savages and heathens and needed to be destroyed and needed to be conquered. So that's part of them hiding their history, man, the true history, man. And when those kids grow up in this world, they teach their kids the same thing, and it's like a train that don't stop. But the Most High gonna intervene and destroy and show you who the true power is and show you who his chosen people are.
Call him the red man.
Yeah, which they called him the red man, but what the natives would do, the tribe of Gad would do, was put that paint on them to scare off the enemy, and it was a war paint. It was war paint. So that's what they were doing. But that's Esau trying to throw that identity of them being red on the tribes, so it'll hide his true identity. You see?
It teach you the school system that Esau got set up. He teach you lies, and then he give you tests on how well you know the lies he taught you. You know, that's how Esau school system.
So all you doing is learning lies.
You got 4.0 in lies, man.
You engulfed in lies.
Be proud. I'm proud of Victoria.
Really proud knowing nothing. You proud knowing nothing. You proud embracing the lie. You know what I'm saying? You know?
That's right.
Yeah, but these things that we're going over is the truth.
Yeah.
You know? Like yesterday, let's say, bros was in Natchez, Mississippi. That was Punch Bowl, where he locked Jake in and left him in there. No way in, no way out. He killed him if they tried to climb out, and they died, man.
And now we're in Arkansas, a part of the Trail of Tears. And then this scripture say that the children of Israel shall be oppressed together.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
And then even going into the future, even though we're dealing with the Trail of Tears, because going into the future with the Civil War, a lot of people don't know that the tribe of Gad was in a part of the Civil War. They don't even know, and they were joining the Civil War because they was thinking that they was gonna get citizenship and be able to get the land back. And with them tribes fighting amongst each other because of the Indian Removal Act, that wound opened up even more because it got squashed. But that blood covenant that Gad made, it had opened up even more. And they was fighting in the Civil War, thinking they was going to become citizens and be able to get their land back. But that's Esau having a forked tongue, lying to them, man. You know?
Psalms 55 and what is that, 21 or 20? As a matter of fact, it starts at 19. If somebody could get that. You got something now?
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Psalms chapter 83
starting at the top. Keep not thou silence, O YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh power.
Yeah, you're supposed to want the Most High to do something about this.
Right.
All right? Make a move, you know, to destroy America, get our enemies. You know? That's why, hey man, you woke up to this truth. The brothers that have woken up, the elect, hey man, you crying out to the Lord, because the scriptures say when we wake up to the Lord, we turn and face the east, we pray to his name, he gonna deliver us from our enemies.
Right.
You know?
Let's get the last scripture.
It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yeah, and this is a part of that crafty council. You know, the Trail of Tears, okay, the Indian Removal Act, all right, because the brother brought that book out, which that's a bad book, man. You know, I could copy some of the pages, man. That's a bad book. That book showed you that they knew the exact people that were put in slavery, man. So it was crafty counsel. Because here it is, you knew that they were the Israelites, but you did it anyway, man.
Yeah, that's the book
you know
talking about. You know,
you did it any damn way. Yeah, brothers need to get that book. That's a bad book, bro.
right.
You know.
And then there's so much information out there of the atrocities Esau did, man. You know, the scriptures is the main thing, but then you have other books that tell about eyewitness accounts of the atrocities that they actually committed against Gad and the other tribes.
But don't ever forget, the King James Bible, the 1611, is the supreme book of the world. So don't
That's
forget that. You know,
Con.
you know,
That's the main deal.
that's the main deal.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, you didn't want anybody to know, because Gad still knew who they were. You know, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, before you put them in captivity, you was taking them from West Africa. We knew. You know, all the tribes knew. You know, when the transatlantic slave trade happened, or during that time, and when you conquered Gad during the 1800s, that's when we stopped knowing who we were.
Okay.
You know.
Psalm 55 and 19. The Most High shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, because they have no change. Therefore, they fear not the Most High. On the sub lesson said they do not change. Going to the rust, the wickedness like rust. As in verse 20, he have put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Then they make what, peace treaties? Didn't they call them peace treaties?
All the peace treaties.
And they broke every last one of them. That's why Gad said that Esau speaks with a forked tongue. You know, I was a snake, bitch.
He say
That was in the movie Natural Born Killers, you know, for those brothers out there that don't know.
Okay.
he said he had broken his covenant.
Yep.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Okay.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Because you put them in captivity, man. You know, you put them in captivity and you put us in captivity. All right? You know, so, hey, man, pretty much, hey, that's it, man. It's time for you devils to pay. You know? Gas shall overcome at the last.
Right.
That's right.
One more quick before we close up.
Bring it up.
It's Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealeth treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what time it is.
Okay.
It's time to pay.
Okay.
You don't want to pay, but you got to pay. The bill is due, man. It's overdue.
Okay.
It's past due. You know, there's no more grace period.
Okay.
All right, now it's time to pay.
All right.
That brother got it.
Matter of fact, just to add on, they're starting now. Because you see us, we here condemning your kingdom,
Okay.
and you ain't doing nothing about it, man. See,
right.
back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you couldn't get up here. You know,
Everyone was
yeah,
given a
you
branch.
be up on that.
Okay.
Yep.
There'll be a tear for you up here, you know. So yeah, it's so now, see, back during that time, they get you, man. They hang you, they kill you, slaughter your family.
castrate you, burn you.
Right, if Jake had cattle and stuff, Esau would come in and burning their, killing their cattle, setting their land on fire, different stuff like that. So, with that being said, we're here now condemning your kingdom. You ain't doing it. You can't do nothing about it, man. So
And
when
condemning them with the words of his mouth, and then that's it, the Lord's gonna destroy it with the brightness of his coming.
so yeah, we gonna deal treacherously, man. When the Lord give us our power.
Our heart shall meditate terror.
Yeah. This is evidence of your judgment. The evidence that the payment. Hey, you gotta get it, boy.
You gotta get it, boy.
Hey. You did the crime, boy. You did the time, boy. All right, so y'all brothers can close it out.
All right. Well, with that, Lord will, you brothers was edified. Once again, all praises
To YAHAWAH, by SHAM, YAHAWASHI.
and double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. YAHAWAH, by SHAM, YAHAWASHI, Barakathum. Shalom.
Shalom.